Hey everyone, it's LilyMay here, and as you will have seen by the title of the video, I'm doing a demo of the Amazon acrylic nail kit that I did not so much review, because obviously this is a review, but just like an unboxing. So obviously this isn't part of the review just because I'm just clipping my nails, but this is important to be able to use the thing. So yeah, clipping my nails. So I'm prepping for the acrylics, and of course this is really important to clip your nails just because it makes the acrylics a lot stronger. And then filing down your nails, and that includes like the jagged edges, just because that annoys me. You don't really need to do that, but also filing the top surface of your nails, not a lot because obviously it's quite damaging, but it gets rid of the waxy layer off your nail so the acrylic stays better, and then also pushing back the cuticles will help. And then that is all the steps for the acrylics. So what you get in the set is tips. I got clear tips and white tips. I've decided to use white tips just because I've done white nails, but yeah, I don't really like white tips just because, say if you've got like black fingernails and then white underneath, it looks a bit weird. However, white and white, that's fine. This is the glue that I got, which as you can see it was a bit mangled at the top where I'd used it and it like dried, so ignore that. But yeah, all the there's enough sizes for all my finger sizes, which is good. I only used about 4 different sizes for all my nails, and you get 10 sizes and then 20 tips in each bag. And obviously I got 2 sets of each because 2 different colours, but yeah, sizing them all up and then clipping them down to the length you want. And I had quite long nails this time just because, I don't know, I just felt like it. But yeah, and then obviously glue in and then stick in. It's really important that you size them up properly because if they're too big, then you'll be able to peel them up, and then if they're too small, they'll be able to pop off easily. So to like maximise their life, or however long the acrylics stay on, make sure that the tips are the correct size for your nails. Okay, so filing them down to, I mean, not really the length because you've just cut them for the length, but more the shape, and making sure each edge is straight, and buffing the top of the acrylics just to get rid of like the smooth side so the acrylic sticks better. So here's when I've buffed each tip, and now I'm grabbing the acrylic, and I got a pink acrylic, a clear acrylic and a white acrylic. Here I'm using the clear acrylic just because that's my favourite, and then the monomer, and then the brushes I got 5 in the little bag, and this I'm using size 8 if that matters to anyone. And then it came with a Dappen dish. I've lost that, so ignore it, but if you want to know what that looks like, I will put a little card up for the unboxing. So yeah, clearly using the acrylic at this point, and I would say the little tubs of acrylic probably last for maybe 5 sets, and you've got 3 little tubs of it, so 15 sets you could probably get out of these tubs of acrylic, which is, to be honest, really, really good to say that I only paid £20 for this set. But the only issue that I found with this set is, yes, you're doing your acrylics, however, you don't have anything to decorate the acrylics with, like you don't have any nail varnish or gel. You have glitters and stuff like that, but glitters isn't enough, in my opinion. So you'll see me use a gel, but that didn't come in the set. But yeah, just using the acrylic, making sure that I've got the ratio of acrylic powder and monomer. And just to let you know, the monomer absolutely stinks, so when you're using it, you're going to want to be in a ventilated room, so just open your windows. Yeah, it really, really does smell, and it lingers for quite a while, which I'm sure you know what it smells like if you've been in a nail bar. Oh, and also, if you're wondering, the longest process is the filing. The actually putting the acrylic down isn't the issue because that takes about 5 minutes, whereas the filing can take up to half an hour depending on how long the nails are and how precise you are with the acrylic. Making sure that you don't put the acrylic on the cuticles because that will just cause lifting and also make your life with filing so much harder. But yeah, doing the acrylic I think is pretty basic, just sometimes you'll need a more wet bead of acrylic and more, what's the word for non-wet? I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. But here I'm filing, so just buffing down the acrylic to making sure that the top layer is smooth and not bumpy, because that would look ugly. But yeah, this does take a while, but I've edited a lot of it out just because it takes so long. So these, well, basically the rest of this tutorial or demo, whatever you want to call it, isn't really what you get in the acrylic Amazon set, just because you didn't get any like top layer base coat or any colours, and you also didn't get the UV lamp in it. However, if you're buying this set, you're going to want to buy a UV lamp and gels and just colours to put on your nails. But yeah, here I'm using a base coat, which I really enjoy using a base coat just because I think it just looks so much better and makes your life easier. But of course you don't need to use a base coat. And at this point it's basically just painting your nails. There's no really skill here. Just making sure that it doesn't go on your skin, because once you cure it, it's not going to come off. And I cure it for about 30 seconds. But I do multiple layers. I didn't do multiple layers of the base coat, but I did multiple layers of the colour. Here I'm using a nail varnish remover to get rid of the sticky layer that the gel that I've just used. That happens with, to be honest, I think all gels that you'll use, you'll want to wipe off the waxy layer. And that's what I did in between every single coat of this white that I'm using. And just to let you know, this white gel that I'm using is honestly not good quality at all. It was so thick and took so long to apply just because it was not very opaque, so I kept having to do loads of layers. But yeah, here is the finished product. I'm really, really happy with them. I think they look really nice and very professional. Like, they look like you spent £30 on them, but I haven't.